Hi, everybody. Welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I'm Gretchen, your host, and today we're going to do a little short flow just to get you started in the morning. So I always use blocks in my service. Anything roughly the size or shape of this will work for you, but blocks are pretty cheap and readily available on Amazon and many big box stores. So I always recommend in your yoga practice that you grab yourself a set of blocks. They're going to make things so much easier for you. And we're going to start today in a nice seated position. If you have any juicy goodness back behind you, move it out of the way. You really want to sit right on those bones, those hip bones. Sit up nice and tall. Extend through the crown of your head. Shoulders are back and down. And maybe we close our eyes. We just breathe a little bit here. Inhaling through the nose, filling up your belly, filling up your lungs, and exhaling completely. Take in any noises that may be around you. Maybe it's the air conditioner, the washer, your children, your family, your dogs, your cats. Just kind of notice that they're there and let them float away on a cloud. Bring your attention to your breath. Inhaling completely through your nose, filling up that chest, filling up that belly, and exhaling completely. Use your imagination, your mind's eye, and watch your breath as it comes in through your nose and out through your nose. Connecting yourself to your body through your breath. And as we start to move, take a big breath here. And on your exhale, roll your chin to your chest. Let your head feel heavy. Keeping our shoulders back and down as to not round our back. Just let our head roll down. Big breath in, exhale completely. And draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. It may feel really good here to extend that left hand down to the mat. Maybe walk those fingers out, maybe walk those fingers back, and point that chin in a couple different directions until you find that perfect customized neck stretch just for you. And take a big breath here and exhale completely. Let gravity take control and let it do its thing, gently opening up that neck. And release. Exhale that chin back to your chest. Exhale that hand back to your knee. Breathe here. And on your next exhale, roll that left ear towards that left shoulder. And maybe it feels good to take that right hand down to the mat, walking it out, maybe walking it back, pointing your chin in a couple different directions until you find that perfect custom neck stretch just for you. And once you find it, breathe into it, inhaling completely and exhaling completely. Let gravity take control. Allow that head to gently lull to the side. On your next exhale, roll your chin back to your chest and release. And maybe draw your head back up to center. Hello, my friends. Let's extend both our arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath here, reaching those fingers up high, maybe looking up in between your hands. Exhale that right hand down and bring that left hand up and over, finding a side body stretch here. Really anchor that left hip down to the mat so we can extend and really feel that stretch right in between those little muscles between our ribs. Breathe here. If you need to deepen this stretch, you can always walk this right hand out. You can always bend that right elbow. Find your side body stretch. Maybe we look up. Big breath in, exhale completely. Draw your body back up to center. Inhale both those arms up. And then bring that left hand down, right hand up and over. Anchor that right hip down, reaching and stretching. Maybe we walk those left fingers out. Find your side body stretch here. Maybe we look up. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Draw your body back up to center. Inhale both our arms up. We're going to go into a little twist here. So let's bring this right hand to our left knee and this left hand back behind us, pressing it into the floor, making ourselves nice and tall. Inhaling up through the crown of our head, and we're going to go into a twist. Start with your belly, then your shoulders, then your chest, and then your neck, and then your head. For every inhale, make yourself feel a little taller. And with every exhale, maybe we deepen that stretch. Deepen that twist, that detoxifying twist. One more breath. Exhale completely. Release back to center. Inhale both those arms up. Bring that left hand to that right knee and that right arm back behind you. Sit up nice and tall here. Lead with your belly, then your chest, then your shoulders, then your head. Find your twist here. With every inhale, make yourself a little taller. With every exhale, we deepen that twist. And gently release, drawing your body back to center. Extend both of your legs out in front of you as wide as feels comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be a full split, whatever feels right for you. And make sure that juicy goodness is moved out from underneath you. Really want to feel those hip bones sitting right on the mat. And my feet are kind of splayed out to the side, and they can be flexed for our feet pointing straight up, or just relaxed, whatever feels right for you. Take a big breath here. Inhale both your arms up, and then start to hinge at the hips, leaning forward here. And then bringing those hands down to the mat. Let that head release down, that chin to the chest. Let that chest start to feel heavy as your body naturally wants to fold forward. Breathe here. It's really only your first one, so it's okay if you can't fold all the way down. Some of us may never, and that's all right too. But you just want to feel a nice stretch here. Maybe as time and breath happens, we can walk our fingers a little bit out. Breathe in, breathe out. Start to walk your body back up. Inhale, both those arms up, pivot towards that left extended leg, hinging forward that hit the hips, reaching towards the toes. And once you find your edge here, then we can bring our hands down wherever they may be. With your inhale, make your back nice and flat. And with your exhale, maybe we deepen that fold. Inhale completely and exhale completely. Release that head down. Start to walk those hands back. Inhale both those arms up. And then we're going to pivot towards that right extended leg, hinging forward at the hips, reaching forward with both our hands. Let them come where they lay. Big breath in, make your back a little flatter. Exhale, maybe we deepen that stretch. Maybe we release that chin towards our chest. Breathe here. Start to walk your hands back. Bringing your body back to center. Inhale both those arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Let that chest feel heavy. Let that chin drop to your chest. It may feel really good here to dip one shoulder from side to side. That might feel awesome for you. If stillness is better for you, of course, take the stillness. Everything I tell you is just a suggestion and an option and not a command. And I welcome you to make any natural movements and adjustments to these postures that serve your body better. Walk your hands back. And now we're going to go into our tabletop pose, which is our hands and knees. So we're going to come up to our hands and knees, and this is where blocks come in handy. I like to have them ready for me right at the top of my mat. And we're going to come to our hands and knees. And we want to shoot for having our knees directly underneath our hips and our wrists directly underneath of our shoulders. And if this doesn't really work for your wrists, maybe you have very tight wrists, if you walk them maybe a handprint forward, you might find some relief there. You can also put them on a block. This might provide enough relief for you. All of these things are completely appropriate, so you find what works for you. But you want to find your tabletop posture. Your fingers are going to be extended towards the short edge of your mat. Maybe your middle fingers are pointing towards that edge and your thumbs are pointing towards each other. And then press into your hands, tuck your tailbone, let your head drop. Imagine a cord pulling you up from your spine, kind of like you're a prize in the claw machine. And just let that back just round, reaching up here. Big breath in, cat pose. And then on our exhale, maybe we let that tummy drop, let those hips come forward or back. We can bring our chest forward, finding a cow pose, arching our spine. Big breath in. And then exhale, press into your hands, tuck your tailbone, let your head drop. Find that cat pose once again. And then exhale, let that belly drop, let that heart shine forward, shoulders back and down, arching your back. Cow pose. And take a few cat-cows here to your own breath and in your own time, breathing into one posture and exhaling into the other. Breathe here. One more cat and one more cow. Excellent. Return to your tabletop. Bring your knees as wide as the mat and maybe your big toes together to touch. Shift your hips back and reach your hands forward. Walking your hands forward, letting your chest and heart come down towards the mat. Finding a child's pose here. This is a resting pose, but it's also a really lovely back stretch. If your knees don't like you here and it's really difficult for you, you can always cushion your knees with a blanket, or you can cushion them with some like shallow flat pillows, or we can allow those hips to come up a little higher. So there's a few different options here for your child's pose. But this is what you do when you need a little break, you need a little breath, you come into a resting pose and you breathe, reconnect to your breath, pressing into our hands, lifting ourselves up back to our tabletop posture, realigning our knees and realigning our wrists, shoulders back and down. Big breath here. And then exhale that left foot back. Toes pointing down, foot flexed, heel pressing towards the wall behind you. Level out your hips. Take a big breath here. And once you find your base, maybe we can extend that right arm forward. So your left heel pointing back, pressing with our left heel, reaching with our right hand, finding that perfect match between push and pull. Big breath here. Those little shakes and wiggles, those are new neural pathways building for yourself. So breathe into it. Exhale that right arm down. Exhale that left knee down. Maybe we sway our hips a little from side to side. Beautiful. We're going to go to the other side here. So reset your tabletop and then extend that right foot back, heels pressing out, toes pointing down. Level your hips. And then once you feel that base, maybe we can extend that left hand forward, reaching with that left hand, pressing with that right heel. Find that push and pull. Big breath in, exhale completely. Bring that left hand down, bring that right knee down. Maybe sway your hips a little from side to side. Beautiful. I'm so proud of you. All right, find that stillness in your tabletop. Tuck those toes underneath of you. Grip those mats. Really press those fingertips into your mats. Take a big breath here, and on your exhale, lift your hips, press into your feet. Find your down dog here. Pressing those hips up and back. Maybe we pedal out our feet a little bit. This might feel great. Those heels don't have to hit the floor, and that's okay if they don't. And then walk your way up to the top of your mat. However you get there. I do like this little crawl thing. This works fine. Find yourself in a forward fold. Maybe those knees are slightly bent. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe your feet are spread a little further apart to accommodate your body. Maybe it feels good to gently sway a little from side to side here. Bring your hands to your shins or your knees. Shoulders backing down, nice flat back. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend into those knees nice and heavy. And start to press into your feet. Start to roll your body up one vertebrae at a time, stacking your vertebrae. And then your shoulders, neck, and head. Find a mountain pose here. Feet hip-width distance apart. Arms down by your sides, palms facing forward. Maybe you close your eyes here. Maybe you breathe a little bit. Big breath in, exhale completely. Inhale both those arms up, reaching, maybe gently pressing that pelvis forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward all the way down. Big breath in, let it go. Hands on those shins, flat back, shoulders back and down. This helps develop good posture. Big breath in, fold forward, beautiful. Bend into those knees, start to press into those feet. Start to press your body up, rounding that spine one vertebrae at a time, stacking them up until we get to our shoulders, neck, and head. Find that mountain pose, that Tadasana. Once again, shoulders back and down, palms facing forward. Press those toes into the mat. Press your big toes into the mat. Press your pinky toes into the mat. Maybe gently shift your weight forward so all 5 of those toes are into the mat. Maybe gently shift your weight backwards so that your heels are grinding to the mat. Now my heels and toes are not leaving the mat. I'm just taking the pressure off of them as I shift from front to back. Being mindful of what part of our feet is touching the mat. Maybe it's the whole blade of our foot. Maybe it's the whole ball of our foot. Big breath here. Exhale completely. Bring your hands to your hips. Now with our hands on our hips, we're going to step forward with that right foot and step back with that left foot about a whole leg's length away. And we're going to pivot that left foot so that the blade of our left foot is parallel to the back of our mat. And we're going to bend into that front knee, being mindful that that knee does not extend over our ankle so that we can protect our ankle here. And then once we have our base set, and we're going to take this front knee and just kind of gently lead it to guide towards the outside right edge so that we're not curling in on ourselves. And then we're going to extend our arms out to our sides here. And we're going to pay attention that our arms are coming right out from the shoulders, so we don't want any airplanes here. We just want to have a nice flat warrior two. Turn your gaze to the front and stare right down your middle finger. Warrior two, beautiful. Big breath in, exhale completely. Bring this right forearm to your right thigh and extend this left arm up and over, finding a side body stretch here. Basically making a giant slash with your arm, reaching forward and up with your arm. Big breath in, press into that front foot, tighten those tummy muscles, draw that body back to warrior two. And then flip that front hand, palm facing up, draw it up towards the ceiling. This back arm can come back down by your thighs. We can either straighten or bend that front leg. Find a peaceful warrior here. Breathe. Exhale completely. Draw your body back to your warrior two. Perfect. Straighten in that front leg. Kick that left hip out. Reach forward with that front hand. Calm down. Maybe this is where a block will come in handy for you. Bringing that block in. And then extend that left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Finding your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. If this is not working for you, you can bend that arm, tuck it behind your shoulder, and press your shoulders back as if you're trying to get flat against a wall. This will give you the same stretch here. Big breath in, exhale completely. Bend into that front knee, press into that front foot, tighten those tummy muscles, draw your body back up to your warrior two. Beautiful. And then step it on up to the top of your mat. Give your body a couple shakes. And then we're just going to go to the other side here, okay? So we're going to step that left foot forward and that right foot back, pivoting it so that the blade of your foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. This left knee, we're going to track it to lean towards the left here so we're not rolling into our body. Bending into that front knee. Sit up nice and straight and extend those arms right out from your side, finding your warrior two on this side. And we're going to look right down our middle fingers here. Warrior two, powerful and strong. Inhale and exhale. Bring that left forearm to that left thigh. Extend that right arm up and over. Find that side body stretch here on this side. Reaching with those hands. Making your body into a giant slash. Exhale completely. Press into that foot. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw your body back up to your warrior two. Beautiful. Flip that left hand, palm facing up. Draw it towards the ceiling. This right hand can come back down by your thigh. That front leg can be straight or bent, whichever feels right for you. Find your peaceful warrior here. Gorgeous. Big breath in, tighten those tummy muscles. Find your warrior two here. This right hip, we're going to straighten on this front leg and we're going to kick this right hip out. Reach forward with that left arm, bring it down towards the ground, maybe on a block, finding our Trikonasana on this side. And we can extend that arm right up over our head, or we can bend our elbow and bring it back behind our back, pressing our shoulder as if we're flattening our back. Find the version that works best for you tonight. Big breath in, let it go completely. Bend into that front knee. Press into that front foot. Draw your body back up to center. Return to your warrior two. Full inhale, full exhale. Step it on up to the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose, your Tadasana, feet hip width distance apart, shoulders back and down, palms facing forward. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in, extend both those arms up over your head. Maybe press your pelvis forward, giving yourself a little back bend here if that serves you tonight. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Breathe. Maybe it feels good to gently sway your shoulders from side to side. Hands on your shins. Flat back, shoulders back and down. Big breath in, fold forward. Bend really heavy into both of your knees. Bring your hands down to the mat. And then step it back to your down dog once again. Beautiful. Press those hips up and back. Pedal out that dog. Release your head. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Find that down dog. Maybe we sway our hips a little from side to side here. And then bring our knees down to the mat. Now, from our tabletop, we're going to experiment with puppy pose today. Walk those hands forward, keeping our hips high. walking those hands forward. Let that chest and those elbows and that forearms and that forehead gently find their way down to the mat. Breathe in your puppy pose. This is a great alternative to child's pose. So if the child's pose doesn't serve you, the puppy pose might work better. Breathe here. Press into those hands. Press into those forearms. Returning to our tabletop. Come to a seat. Find your easiest, most comfortable seat. Maybe that means one leg kind of sticks out. Maybe that means you're in full crisscross applesauce. But wherever you may land, sit up nice and tall, extending through the crown of the head as if you're a Christmas ornament and your little hook is right on top of your head. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe we close our eyes. We breathe here. Be one in your moment. All we have is right now. Be fully present. And today, as we seal our practice, let's bring our palms together to touch right at our heart center. And maybe we bring our chin to our chest. And we give honor to the culture which gave us yoga. And we recite, "The light in me sees and honors." Is so very proud of and so grateful for the light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me for that quick and easy yoga flow. If you like to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And I'm happy to chat with anybody if they have questions about yoga or they'd like to see a certain type of class for them. I'm happy to create that and do my best. And if you like what you see, be sure you're subscribing to our channel and hit that notification bell and you'll be informed every time I post a video. And you can follow me on all socials. I'm known as Gretchen Von Cupcake, so you can come join me and you can come see what's happening in my life. So thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye!